let's go. We do this in my city. Getting lit in my city where we know to get gritty on the beat. Let it beat.
Alright guys, welcome back to the JA3G channel. I'm your host JA3G, and today thought it'd be a good idea to explain this, especially because a lot of the police stuff going on. I just seen a few other police videos of lieutenants and cops doing stuff. Is that gonna ruin my face? No, not really. I mean, a little sunlight, just a little bit. So today, it happened, boys. It happened. All right, guys. It happened. I got the ticket. Now, let me explain what happened. All right, because I'm still pissed off. This happened a week ago. I was debating on making a video to it. Kind of thought I should now, just because of what's going on. But welcome back to the video, guys. If you're just joining us, as you know, or I don't know if you guys have, if I've explained it, I have a new car. I have a 2020 Civic Sport. So pretty fire car. All right, and it's a stick shift. Didn't even know I could find a stick shift in that, but it's fine. So I was at work 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and they told me, they're like, hey, we got a position open for a manager. Did you wanna transfer? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's fine, but like, I'm hoping it's not too far because I have a certain amount of miles I have to do on my car per year. So he was like, oh no, it should be closer, whatever. So then when they finally tell me what store I was going to, they finally tell me, and I moved 45 minutes away compared to 5 minutes. Now, before y'all start asking, oh, where do you work? You forgot that little detail out. Matter of fact, do I got something here to show where I work? I do, right here. I do. All right. I'm gonna blur out the name, or not blur it out, but like cover it, because the internet does not need to know my name yet. But check it out, guys. That's where I work at. Discount Tire. Alright, cover the name. You guys don't need to know my name at the moment. So I was working there. They told me assistant manager position opened up. I was like, alright, cool. So I was like, whatever. I'll just stick it out for the 45 minutes. Not realizing that it was going to add 300 miles to my car of the 1,000 I should do in a month in a week. So that's a lot of miles on my car. And I'm like, yeah, I can't stay here. So let me explain what happened. First day, I go. Everything's cool. I talked to the managers. Everything's no issues or anything. It's kind of just a boring day. I just kind of went through the motions, whatever it may be. Second day, on my way there. All right, I get pulled over. Okay, let me explain. All right, the ticket itself, just so you guys are aware of what actually I got ticketed for, was speeding. Okay, that's what I got ticketed for. Now, if you're pulling someone over in a Civic for speeding, you gotta be damn bored, for one. Okay, you gotta be hella bored. So here's what happened. All right, I'm coming up on a little town that I passed the first day. So this is only the second day that I've gone towards that area. So I'm pulling up towards a little town, and it's very small. It's like maybe half a mile long, at max a mile long. Right, I pull up right in the middle of that town. There's a street that goes right all the way down to where my job is at. So from the town to my job, it's about a 3-minute drive. From where I got specifically pulled over is a 3-minute drive. Already I'm pissed off. I done drove my 40 minutes of like my 45, 42, 43, whatever amount of time that it took me to get there. Out of that 40 minutes, you're going to pull me over 2 to 3 minutes before my job. That already pissed me off. So I was like, all right, whatever. So here's what happened. I pull up to a light, and a cop was up behind me. Okay. First of all, number one, the police officer is behind me. You have to be literally dumb to speed directly in front of a cop. Okay? Directly in front of the cop. You have to literally speed and be dumb to do that. So where I was at, speed limit was 30. Okay, I'm gonna give every detail because I feel the truth is needed, right? Somebody interrupt me? No. Um, so I pull up to the light, and right after the light, there's a small little hill. It's like a little bridge that goes over right into the town. Me not realizing where that turn is yet, because it's only my second day in that area, and I have my GPS up. My GPS, as you guys know, GPS, especially on your phone, is garbage. Like, the second you find out where your turn is, you're probably already past it, which I'm sure you guys already know. So I didn't realize my turn was coming up in about a quarter mile. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just gotta get up, merge over, do my thing. Not a big deal, right? As they teach you in driver's ed, depending on the speed of the car next to you, either you slow down and merge, or you speed up and then slow down to merge. At least that's what I was told. All right. So I was like, okay, not a big deal. Here's what frustrated me. So, as I already said before, my car is a stick shift car. So as I'm on a hill incline, automatically I have to speed up very slightly so I can get my shift, right? Because I'm a normal shift driver. I don't be jerking the gears and everything. I don't grind the clutch. Like, I drive the way it's supposed to be driven, right? I come out of there. I start at the light. Cool. I start moving. I start going up that hill. Automatically, I have to gain some sort of speed because, number one, my car's a stick shift. I have to have it roll in order to shift. Number two, my turn is coming up in about a quarter mile. So I'm like, okay, I got two things going on here, whatever. Cops behind me. I could care less about the cop behind me. All right? I could care less because I know what I'm doing. I know what's going on. So here's what upset me. And if you're watching this, this has probably happened to you because cops are bored. They come up and they're like, riding your butt. And when I mean riding, okay? I was driving. The front of that police officer car is maybe a foot away from my bumper. Maybe. That's how far behind she was riding me. So now keep in mind, I just want to merge over. I just want to make my turn, go about my day. I'm almost at my job. So like, all right, whatever. So I'm going, and then I finally get to merge, right? Before that, before we merge, before I get into that next section, I knew exactly what I was going, okay? My speed, when a police officer is behind you, regardless, you're watching your speed. Regardless. Either way, I watch my speed. But you watch it even more because you know how strict it is, right? So I'm like, okay, I could really care less. Either way, I do what I'm supposed to. I drive the speed limit. I merge. I do everything. I turn my turn signal. I use my hazards when I need to. I pull over when I need to. Like, it's not new to me. You do the same thing every day. You obey the rules, the laws, the speed limits, everything. Okay? So, as I was going, speed limit was 30, by the way. Speed limit was 30. As I was going, I go up. I was going 42 to 43, meaning I was 10 to 12 miles an hour over. Keep in mind, again, I have a stick shift car. I have to push a little bit in order for the car to roll, okay? And I'm thinking I'm definitely over. I'm like 10 over, right? But I have to merge. I have to get to where I need to be able to slow down and make my turn, as I'm sure many of you do watching this. You get up, you slow down whenever you merge, and then you make your turn and go about your day, all right? I've done it a few times, whether it's 5, 10. I've never gone like 20 past, or even 15 past for that matter. I don't go that high. Unless if I can't get in front of the person within the first 10 miles an hour, then I might as well just slow down and go behind them, because at that point you're just asking for trouble. But I'm like, okay, it's like only 10 to 12 over, you know, it's barely where I need to be. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll just merge, do my thing, whatever. Here's what upset me. Number one, officer was behind me, riding me for that time frame. Now let's say this, all right? The beginning of that town is where we started. The middle of the town is where she pulled me over. She pulled me over literally less than a football field away from where my turn was. Now, if you guys are aware, I'm talking about American football. If you guys are soccer fans, a football field away is pretty dang short, especially if you're driving. You could accomplish that in not even a few seconds, right? So I was very close to my turn. Now here's what upset me. We go to merge, and I'm like, okay. So I merged, right? And I was already upset, and I knew I was gonna get pulled over because this is what happened. I merged over, and the officer behind me merged into the lane next to me before I even did. Okay? So they already had their mind made up that I was getting pulled over. At that moment, it was already made up that I was getting pulled over. So I'm like, okay. Like I already know what's about to happen. Like I didn't even get a chance to slow down. I got in the lane, and I was about to start braking because I need to go the actual regulated speed limit. I didn't even get the chance to. Not one chance. The second I went to merge, I was mid-merge. The officer was ready in the next lane, ready for me. And then by the time I was in that lane, another second or two later, and I went to even push on my brake, the sirens were already on. So now I'm upset. I've done this countless times. I'm not racing through the area. Okay, I just need to get over because I need to get to my job. I have a turn I need to make. If I miss that turn, and it's like dang near country roads out there. I missed that turn, I'm going an extra mile to 2 miles down to make a U-turn. Which is what I don't want to do. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just do this. It's not a big deal. I've done it before, like I've said. She pulls me over. And at first, I'm like, what's going on? Like, she pulled me over and everything. And rolled down my window, of course, turned off the car, had all my stuff and everything. My hands were on the steering wheel. Or relatively in the area, I guess, like by my lap or steering wheel, whatever it was. She walks up to the glass and everything. I rolled it down, and she asked me, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And at first, I'm confused. I'm like, not really, because I do it normally. I merge. I have to turn. I have to get to work. But she doesn't know that, right? So she's over here thinking I'm just gonna keep going and everything, and she tells me, she's like, you were speeding. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like I knew what I was going. I was watching my speed. And she asked me, she's like, you know how fast you were going? And I was like 42, 43. Because I knew exactly what my speedometer was at. And she looked at me in the face and told me, so you were going 53. What? What? Excuse me? You want to tell me that I'm going 23 over the speed limit in a small town when my turn is a quarter mile? Literally about a quarter mile or less from where I started. In a Civic. Already triggered. So she told me that, and I right away I look at the officer and I'm like, officer, I got the name on here, don't I? I think I got the officer's name. Let's see here. Officer Ashley O'Haron. I got the here. Matter of fact, I could put the name on there for you guys to see, and you could also see on here very clearly. I'm gonna let you guys look at that one section right there. Hopefully it's good focus. You see right there. Look at the date, March 30th, 2021. Notice how that's at the end of the month. Okay, notice that. So she pulled me over and everything, asked me for my license, registration. My license I had. My registration I didn't have in the car, but I had a picture of. And I just remembered, I'm like, oh crap, my mom just got the new insurance cards and I didn't grab one. So I don't have that insurance card, but my mom sent it to me after because my mom was late on it. She didn't send it to me. Like I asked her to, and then she already sent it. By the time she sent it, officer was gone. So I already got the officer telling me, hey, you need to update your insurance card. It was already updated. The policy was already there. Everything was updated. I just didn't have the actual photocopy or the paper because we just got it. Like literally the day before. And I was like, okay, I got to go to work. I didn't think about it in the morning. I was like, okay. So then she proceeds to tell me. So but first of all, she said I was going 53. Okay. And I looked at her and I was like, officer, with all due respect, I know I was going 42 to 43 miles an hour. Now at that point, I knew what I was going, and I'm admitting to going over the speed limit, right? I'm admitting to, hey, I was going that fast. I knew what I was going. And she just looked back at me and go, you were going 53. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not even going to argue. Okay, I'm not going to even argue. Now, you may be looking at this. You may be watching the whole thing and realize, bro, you're white. This don't matter. You're white. My car doesn't say I'm white. All right? I'm almost like 100% Hispanic. I'm like 3% white. All right? And the reason that I am, or not the reason I'm Hispanic, but like how you can tell, my hair is one of them. I don't think you've ever seen curly hair like this on a regular white boy. Unless you're Tristan Jazz, and probably do that regardless. But I'm Hispanic. I even got the Hispanic stubble hair right there, the mustache, everything, dude. All right. In my car is an actual Puerto Rican flag because I'm Puerto Rican. All right. So, and there's actually another incident with my dad at somewhere else where he got actually racial profiled. He was pretty pissed off, but so she tells me that, and I'm like, okay. This is how I knew she was bored. All right. Let's take a look at the facts here. Pulled me over. Yet again, at the time, I didn't remember that drivers had told us that that's legal to get over to what's it called, to merge when you have to make a turn, right? Either speed up or slow down. I've done both, right? If I got to make a turn, if that person's going faster than me, let them get a ticket. I'm not going to race in front of them. Like, that's just pointless. So if they're going faster, let them go faster and just make yourself merge. If you got a granny or grandpa going 5 under and everything, merge in front of them. Like, it's common sense. So for her to even pull me over and not even give me a chance to slow down is a little bit messed up. All right. Now, if you look at the date here, like I said, remember the date. March 30th. All right, March 30th. It is the end of the month. What do police officers have that a lot of people refuse to accept? Police officers have a quota that they have to achieve by every month. Right? March 30th, one day before the end of the month. And this is how I know that she had nothing else to do and she was bored. When she goes to write me the ticket, all right, she probably seen already beforehand that I got a warning for speeding, which was actually on my birthday. On my actual birthday, the day I turned 18, that same day, coming back home from work for lunch, I got a speeding ticket. And I was upset about that one too. All right, because over here, they don't know how to make a speed limit. All right, it says 35 miles an hour. 10 feet later, it says 45. 10 feet later, it says 35. What in the hell are you doing? Why are there 3 speed limit signs in a matter of a quarter mile? That should not be a thing. So for me to go 45, 46, even 47, because the speed limit says 45 and 35 and 45, and that should, like, dude, fix that. Because I got pulled over for it. I almost got a speeding ticket for it. Because they don't know how to put signs up. Like, are you serious? So anyway, and then she proceeds to tell me, everything looks good on here. And she's like, do you really live at this location? Because she's seen my address. She probably, I don't know. Like, I don't know what their computers do if they search it up where your address is or whatnot. So I was like, okay, cool. She's seen where I lived. And she's like, are you from here? Because I see your address. And I'm like, no, I just got promoted to this store over here, this discount tire store. I just got promoted here yesterday. Second day. So it was yesterday. It was my first day at that place. And she's like, "Oh, so are you late?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not late, as any good manager would be. You're early or on time. Because you're a manager. You're supposed to be there early. You're supposed to set up shop before anyone gets there," which is what I was doing. I was 3 minutes away. The shop opens usually at 8 o'clock. And I usually got to be there by 7:30 or 7:20, somewhere around there. She pulled me over at 7, like what? What time was this ticket written up? Let's see. She had the ticket printed and given to me at 7:17 a.m. So I was already almost there. I would have been there at 7:20 because I was 3 minutes away, right? Now this is how I knew she was bored. And she was just trying to give someone a ticket because she had nothing else to do. She said, "Hey, I'm going to cut you a break. I'm going to write the speed limit at 35. Cut me a break. Here's what don't make sense. If you're behind me that whole time for, I think it was maybe a 1/10 of a mile, a 1/10 to a 15th of a mile before she pulled me over. And she was right behind me. I'm thinking she was trying to track my speed, which is why she was so close to me. But I knew what I was going. So for her to tell me that my car is wrong, my car's a 2020. It had maybe 1,000 miles on it. Maybe. If the car is 20 years or older, or 15 years or older, the speedometers are probably busted. You could probably be going 30 and your speedometer says 15. It's a 2020 car. That don't make sense. So for her to tell me, "Oh, I'm going to fix the speed limit to 35, but still write me for 53. 53 miles an hour. Either way, you're putting me in the section, which right here, nature of offense, speeding over statutory limit 15 to 20 miles an hour, 53 in a 35 mile an hour zone. It was a 30 mile an hour zone. Congratulations. You pulled me over for me going to work at a new job, bored at the end of the month because you missed all your quota days, because you had nothing else to do. So I'm upset. I really would like to take this to court, but you guys let me know. All right? This is what, a 23-minute video, full explanation? 23-minute video. All right? You guys let me know. What should I do? All right? I still have, this was last week, or 2 weeks ago now, because today is April what? Today's April 12th, so 2 weeks ago, just about. Actually, tomorrow will be 2 weeks, Tuesday. So, you guys let me know. Alright? What should I do? Should I go and contest it? Is there a problem with me contesting it? Because last I checked, I can merge if I need to make a turn. Alright? Now, if the officer is familiar with that area, okay, because the store is 3 minutes from there. If she's familiar with that area, she would automatically know when I said discount tire or the store where it is or where I need to make my turn. She didn't bother. She didn't care. It's upsetting. It really is. And it's starting to, not only for me and not just for a speeding ticket, but in general, all around the country. Yesterday, today, I watched a video of a lieutenant being pepper sprayed by 2 cops that were very disrespectful, and the dude's a damn veteran, a veteran. I don't understand. I don't get it. Again, you may be looking at me. Oh, you're white. You don't say you're Hispanic, but like you got nothing to prove it. I do actually. Alright. I do, because I don't think if you're any type of Hispanic, how do I say it? Nationality, I guess. if you're any type of anything about any country, let's say you're Mexican, let's say you're Spaniard, or let's say you're British, German, whatever it may be, somewhere on something, you have a flag, right? You have your flag. Prime example. If I do this, hold on. If I do this, I'll let you guys see this. Can I do... no. Oh my god. Okay, prime example. On my computer screen, I'm gonna take it off here. I haven't done anything. I haven't. This is my software, right? There's my software. What does that say? Puerto Rico, right? All right. What do I got in my hand? I got a tank top. All right. Now, I'm not saying that she looked at that specifically, because I do have the flag in my car, right? I do have the Puerto Rican flag in my car hanging. Not saying that has to do with anything. But what if it did? What if she just looked at me and was like, you know what? This is normal for you. You go over the speed limit. Or for your people, this is normal. So, not sure what to do at the moment. Alright, this is going to be a half-hour video that someone might watch, or you might not. Up to you guys. What should I do? The speeding ticket total, by the way, if you guys aren't aware, speeding ticket total is $164 for a speeding ticket. And then to get it removed off of my record, 200 plus that I have to put into one ticket. All because trying to go to work, turned as a quarter mile, didn't even get a chance to slow down. End of the month. Like, I don't know how much more I need to explain. She was just bored. Don't understand. And here's, look at this too. Look at this too, alright? Prime example. From what I'm aware of, I could be wrong, but from what I'm aware of, police can only trace your speed if they're at a standstill. From what I'm aware of. Unless they've come up with some new technology, whatever it may be, I'm pretty sure they can't track your speed while moving. I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong. But last I checked, they have to be at a standstill to check your speed. So right here, she was right behind me, okay? Right behind me. If you see here, on the ticket, it says, focus, it says methods right there. Marked handheld radar. I know it's backwards for you guys probably, but it says marked handheld radar, and right there it says 53 in a 35. So somehow she had the radar on me within that 1/10 of a mile to track my speed, to merge over before I did, then for me to merge, and didn't give me a chance to slow down. You guys let me know. Alright? Let me know what I should do. Whoever makes a reaction video, or if there is a reaction video to this, hi, how you guys doing? But yeah, hopefully this stops, man. Everything, the authority, the power that police have, it's just dumb. It's just really dumb. All right, well, anyway, guys, before I get more heated, I'm gonna dip out of here. Hope y'all stay classy. You better hit that like, you better hit that subscribe, and catch y'all later.